Hi everybody, welcome to our online class. So today we are going to continue from where we stopped the last time. We talked about the hardware in our last class. We looked at the different types of hardware. We looked at the input devices, the output devices, and then we didn't talk about the processing device. We didn't talk about the processing device. So in this class, we are going to talk about the processing device. And don't forget that there was a quiz activity that I gave you in our previous class. I believe you have all attempted all the quiz activity. If you've done that, then let's go straight into today's class. And the topic is the system unit. So there is just one processing device, and that is the system unit. Now, the system unit, before we talk about the system unit, what is the learning objective? We will learn about the system unit and how it works. We'll be able to identify the parts of the system unit. We would also be able to differentiate between a system unit and the CPU. We would also be able to differentiate between the tower system, desktop system, and the laptop and the desktop computer. Then the last we will talk about the motherboard. So let's talk about the system unit. Now, the system unit is the part of the computer system that controls everything that happens in the computer. The system unit is the part of the computer that controls every other part. The system unit controls the mouse, the monitor, the joystick, the light pen, the mouse, and every computer part that you can think about. Now, all other computer parts are connected to the system unit. The system unit has a small component called the CPU. So I know a lot of people always mistake the CPU for the system unit. So these are two different devices. The system unit is the main part of the computer, while the CPU is just a component inside the system unit. However, the CPU is more like the brain of the computer system. So if you look at my slide here, at the top here is my system unit. I know a lot of people call this part the CPU, but that is wrong. This is the system unit. The system unit is the part of the system that, so I talked about that already. Now, just here we have the CPU. The CPU is a small unit inside the system unit, and it is the brain of the computer system. Just like human beings uses their brains to think, the CPU is the brain of the computer system. So if you see these two images, know that this is the system unit and this is the CPU. And the full meaning of the CPU is central processing unit. Now let's look at the parts of the system unit. Now the parts of the system unit, there is internal part and there are some other outer part of the system unit that you can see. Now the first part that we want to look at here is the CD and DVD drive. So this CD or DVD drive are responsible for helping us to play music or videos or install softwares using a CD or DVD. So if you have a CD or DVD that you want to use on your system unit, either a software or a video or a music, you can easily put it inside your CD or system unit and play it from there. The system unit also has the floppy disk drive. Now, a lot of computers don't have this drive anymore because this drive is outdated. The floppy disk drive is outdated. Most people don't use the floppy disk drive anymore. Now, to use the floppy disk drive, you need a diskette. It's a long time people don't use that anymore. The system unit also has the power button where you can, turn on the computer system. Now, a lot of you would want to turn off your computer and you use the power button. That is really wrong. The right thing is to use the power button to turn on your computer system and then shut down your computer system properly. Now, there are also USB ports Computer systems have different USB ports where you can insert other parts of the computer, like you want to plug your phone, you want to plug your camera cable, or you want to plug any form of cable. You find that possible using the USB port. Now, the system unit have some ports at the back too, but we won't talk about that in this class. Now, there are two types of system unit. There is the tower system unit and the desktop system unit. The tower system unit are the ones that stand tall, usually beside the monitor. Some people place the tower system unit under the desk, while the desktop is usually placed on the desk. Now, this is the picture. This here is the desktop system unit. You place this on the desk, and then you place the monitor on it. And then here we have the tower system unit, where the monitor stands on its own or under the desk. Now, the motherboard is the main circuit board of the system unit. It houses all the internal parts of the system unit. For example, your hard drive, your RAM, the CMOS battery, and then the CPU are all stored in the motherboard. So the motherboard houses all of these parts, and then the motherboard transmits live to all other system unit parts. Now, this is what the motherboard looks like. You can't see this motherboard physically except you are at the engineer's shop, where the engineer can now open the system unit for you to see. Now, I know I've been talking about the desktop computers, and a lot of you are currently using a laptop. So this is desktop system unit versus the laptop system unit. First thing I'll tell you is that both of these computers can do the same thing. You want to type, the system unit can help you. You want to play game, the laptop and the system unit can do the same thing. Whatever you can do on the desktop, you can also do on a laptop. Do you understand? I can hear everybody saying yes. Now, so what are the differences between these two computers? The desktop system units are large in size. They are very big. You can't carry them anywhere. It has to be in your house or in the school. In fact, this is the kind of computers that we use mostly in the office or in school, because the school management does not want you to carry the laptop from where it is. So they want it to be there. But the laptop are small in size. You can bring it to school, you can take it to the office, you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. Now, desktop need external peripheral devices to provide functionality. Okay, so let me explain that. So desktop system needs the monitor, the laptop needs the monitor, the mouse, the keyboard. It needs all the computer parts to be connected. While the laptop is called all-in-one computer. All the computer parts are in one device, and you can easily carry it. Desktop systems run on power supply. It means that if there's no electricity, either from generator or from PHCN or from solar, your desktop cannot work. But your laptop can run on power supply from battery. So even if there's no NEPA light, your battery can still help your laptop to work. And then desktop are large in size. I've talked about that. Laptop are small in size. So we have come to the end of today's class. I hope you have learned something tangible. In our next class, we are going to be learning to use the computer system to build a slide. And this is us learning about presentation. I hope to see you in the next class. In the next class, the next class is a practical session, and I'm expecting every child to be ready to do something on your own. See you in the next class. Don't forget to attempt the quiz activity right under this video. Bye for now.